Hello, welcome. Let's get right to it. This is episode 17 of the PROi series, PBM Rush on Iron. We are in Season 2, Chapter 2. So Season 2 is about the mid-game, Chapter 2 is logistical mode. We are deep in logistical territory right now. The account needs a lot of work at this point. We are in a logistical mode to grab the Twin Flame Staff, and to do this, once we do this, we'll go back to AFKing activities. We cannot do AFK activities right now because, well, we haven't unlocked them. While we can AFK melee, I'm satisfied with my melee at this point. So let's take a look at the quick look at the stats. Almost 95 strength, by the way. Farming's coming along really nicely. 65 hunter. Magic is coming along really nicely. We want, oh yeah, another thing is we want to push 77 magic so that we can do crafting training, because we want to use the Super Glass Make spell. We don't have access to that spell yet. So yeah, the progression is coming along really nicely. 17 days, 5 hours played on the account. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of stuff to do on the account right now before we get to like a relaxing mode on the account. There's just a lot of stuff to do. And frankly, I say a lot, but really it's not a whole lot, but it's just some stuff that needs to be done. Okay, so what do we do first? I don't have a lot of time right now. We're gonna begin with cooking. We actually know of a way to do cooking now, so we're gonna go to Port Piscarius, and we're just gonna be pretty much buying the stock from the shop and just doing cooking training that way. So gonna be pretty boring, but that's the play right now. So yeah, we did a little bit of this last episode where we were buying bass, and we are gonna continue to do that. So we're just gonna buy bass. So yeah, in short, we're gonna be doing this for now, and nothing interesting happening. I'm just gonna fast forward. All right, catch you guys later. Bye. Hello, welcome back. I'm at the farm guild in the middle of a daily rotation sort of thing. Per house of seaweed. Just another note, I've been also training my melee on the side, by the way, so got a lot of XP there. Anyway, we're going to be killing Hespori shortly, so that's the big news. Unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to head back to, we were doing some cooking, so plans haven't changed. So yeah, catch you guys in a bit. Take care, bye-bye. Alright, hey, let's go. Let's just cook the rest of these. Maybe it'll come in handy as food, and then we'll do a farm run, get ourselves kind of reoriented, and then we will knock some of these guys out. So let's get rid of that. Alright, so we've just finished up with a farm run, and now it's a matter of doing some of these quests, which is annoying. So we walked into this house, we're like, yo, can we help you in any way? And the guy's like, yeah, sure, my son went missing, could you help find him? And we're like, okay, sure. So then we talk to the chef who's in the house. We're like, yo, where do you think he went? And she's like, they're actually dating, so she's like, oh, I think he went to Arceus because he was interested in a particular book. So Arthur, the person who's missing, was on a journey to find the royal Accord of Twill. And this book is actually like, I don't know if it's a book, but maybe an article. It's very difficult to find. It's kind of like the Constitution, some sort of political document. So yeah, the librarian's like, you won't be able to find the original copy of the Royal Accord of Twill, but you may be able to find a book that'll lead you to somebody who knows, something like that. This is the same song that plays when you go to Waterbirth Island. Oh, okay, there's the guy here. So at a high level, what happened was, in this book, it's documented that the king of Kuren at the time, King Cardest, wanted to send the Twill, the piece of constitution, over to Varlamore to be displayed in their museum. And they have a fancy museum. However, while they were on their way, this was the boat. So the king sent an envoy via boat ship to Varlamore. The boat was struck by a storm and it got lost. They suspect the boat was lost in this cave somehow. I don't know how it got down here, but we managed to recover the Twill, and now Archer should be back, so cool. Alright, so Port Perscarilius, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but is prone to gang activity. And there's a particular gang that's really rising, this new and upcoming gang that's been absorbing all the other gangs, and they call themselves the Saviors of Kurend. So these quests are kind of intertwined. We learned in the previous quest how the rulership of Kurend, this province, shifted from kingship to a council, and this lady, the Queen of Thieves, she is like the council, or at least some of the council is corrupt. One of the council members is associated with evil activity. So you gotta help me out and find some evidence. That's what we're doing right now. So basically this gang is actually quote unquote good, and we've sided with them. Alright, so in this quest, and actually in each of the quests that we've been doing, we kind of explore the history of each part of Corinne. Now we're exploring the history of Shazian. And the history of Shazian is one of kind of deception. Particularly King Shazian ordered an expedition into this mountain. There were some artifacts, or there were some discoveries that were made in this mountain that were covered up. And at a high level, we're basically trying to figure out what was covered up. It seems that after King Shazian discovered what it was to be discovered in Mount Quedamortem, which was actually a strange altar there, he kind of kept that altar discovery to himself, and then he used the altar's powers to like become Xeric. Um, and after he became Xeric, he ruled Corinth for like 100 years. He eventually got defeated, and yeah, that seems like what's going on here. And now we're gonna explain to his descendant what Shazian was really about, and he's obviously not gonna be pleased. All right, so now we're exploring the history of Lavakinge, and Lavakinge is particularly there are these doors of Din. The doors of Din keep Wintertodt at bay. However, the doors of Din have begun failing. We are investigating why they're failing. Oh wow, so we've grabbed Din's hammer from here, and there was a series of puzzles that we had to solve. Obviously, I didn't solve them, but we've grabbed the Din's hammer from the Forsaken Tower, and that's what this dwarf was asking for. Alright, so the people of Arceus, they don't die. They're immortal, and they've been immortal since the ascent of Arceus. However, one of them has apparently died. We came across a dead body and the person's friend. Person's friend was grieving this person. It's like, oh, my friend died. Could you help? And then we're like, okay. Alright, so now Mori has asked us to talk to the Lord of Arceus, or Lord Arceus. So we'll be doing that shortly now. So the people of Arceus get their power or life force from the Dark Elter. However, the Dark Elter had a power fluctuation just now, which caused at least one citizen of Arceus to die. And we are now trying to investigate why that fluctuation in the Dark Elter occurred. Okay, cool. So these guys, a while back, there was somebody from Arceus. I don't even know if it was called Arceus at the time, but they came asking for help. And these beings showed that those people, the early people of Arceus, the power of like mastery over death and life. However, the people of Arceus have now misused that knowledge, and they're extending their lives unnaturally. These beings are not very happy with that, but apparently they're willing to overlook that as long as we help them out. And we're like, well, what's going wrong with the Dark Elter? And now these Mount Curlum beings have helped us understand why that fluctuation in the Dark Elder occurred. It was because there's some sort of like construct made next to the Dark Elder that's like absorbing the power. So there was some device that was placed next to the Dark Elder in order to redirect its energy or something. I suspect it's related to the Decline of Karen. Last episode we were like helping out Vios, who was overtaken by some being that may have made this construct. Anyway, I think we've helped them out enough. Should be quest done. And I think we're done all the Karen quests, and we'll have to do Eagle's Peak, I think. Before we do that, actually, Tears of Guthix is up, so let's do that. Get some fat runecrafting XP. Hey, okay, we gotta get fletching up again. Damn it. I don't need to worry about that this week though, or like later. We'll work on it later. Eagle's Peak. Okay, let's do that. I don't have Swamptar. What the hell? All right, so the Ardon Zoo got a new shipment of animals. One of them was ferret, or I think it may have just been the ferret. I think the ferret escaped here. So the guy is like, hey, can you bring the ferret back? Last known location is here. Okay, so I think the Ardon zookeeper sent him to find the ferret, and then he sent us to find Nicholas. So this guy has been, I think, kidnapped by the big eagles there, and he's looking for a eagle suit. He'll pretend he's one of the eagles and then try to escape that way. So we are going to the fancy fancy clothing shop in Varrock to help us with making that suit. Don't understand how this quest is a requirement for current medium, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, so we're gonna get started on the current diary. I'm just gonna grab a king worm from Gnome Stronghold, I guess. Hey, 72 magic from teleporting. Ooh, 1 plus prayer. That's so big, man. Not really, but I love it. Okay, cool. Cool. So current medium is done. We can actually do Fremials now. So let's do that. Okay, so it looks like the king of Yatiso is requesting our help. We found that out through a guy on the pier of Relica. So we're going to talk to the king and see what's up. Alright, so this king is not a big listener, and we tried to tell him, hey, Natis is not trying to war with you, but he would not have it. He's just not listening to us. We couldn't even tell him that, basically, and he's like exercised taxes on his subjects to make his army like recruit and pay his army. Okay, so we finally broke it to him that hey, Nat's not is not going to attack you. He did not take it too well. He is very competitive. He's like, yo, okay, you know what? Instead of them killing the Troll King, I'm gonna kill the Troll King. And now, like, this is a decree that we're gonna be like, he wants to kill the Troll King. So we're gonna deliver that to Netsnot, and I'm sure those guys are more reasonable. They're like, okay, cool, sweet. We could use the help. So okay, so let's take a look at the goals. Fremials is done. RFD is going to require some work, and I don't have time for that right now. All right, really excited. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, we back. Let's do some Horror from the Deep. So, oh man. I think doing the bar crawl will help us get the wild crushing ability too, right? I think so. Not sure actually. Fuck me. We need the gold. Sweet. That's so big, man. Now we can crush our vials. Awesome. Now let's do Horror from the Deep. Oh my god, I should use a freaking fairy ring. That's so funny. Alright, so we met Larissa, who is outside of the lighthouse. She's noticed the door is locked and the light is out for the lighthouse, and she is worried about her boyfriend who happens to work at the lighthouse. So we are going to be investigating that. Cool, so this barbarian is actually the cousin of Larissa, and he apparently, like, Larissa gave him a key, and now we're going to go back to Larissa, and yeah, so actually I'm going to do it this way, rather than do that miserable jumping stone thing, stepping stones. Another interesting thing I learned is barbarians may be armadillo worshippers because Larissa is like an armadillo worshipper. Oh, that's kind of weird. Anyway, okay, so the boyfriend's here. And he was attacked by some creatures. Alright, get wrecked, idiot. Cool. So yeah, Josik was the boyfriend who happened to be wounded by the creatures. We killed the creature that killed him, or attacked him. Now he should be able to be reunited with his girlfriend. Yeah, actually, let's talk to her, see what she says. Great. Alright, she's happy, we're happy, everything's great. Now let's take a look at what we were doing. We're doing Desert Treasure next, right? That's going to be a big chunky quest, so I may have to take a break. Nah, actually we can just push for it, that's not a problem. Oh yeah, we need to do thieving. Ah, crap, okay. Okay, actually, you know what? I am going to take a break. We are going to head on over to the Farm Guild, do like a rotation thing, and then we will figure out the situation with thieving. This dude is watering. What the hell? Oh man, that's funny. Does watering do anything, I wonder? Does it, like, make it skip a growth stage? I don't think so, right? There's no way. Okay, farm run done. Now we gotta do some thieving. And apparently the best way to do that is we need to do, whatchamacallit, fruit stalls. All right, yeah, so I am just going to do this for quite some time, and then we're going to move on to DT. So, catch you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, welcome back. We were doing some thieving in the previous clip, and I realized that it is miserable to do. So, rather than do thieving, I'm actually going to do a few quests that will award thieving experience. I'm hoping it'll pop us to 50, and then once we have 50, we can do apparently a chill thing called stealing valuables or something like that. So, we will do that instead. Okay, so let's do the feud. Okay, so Ali M, who was the trader we just talked to, he has a nephew out in Polnivich, and he's wondering why he hasn't come over to him. Apparently the nephew promised he would speak to Ali M and get started as his assistant, but he hasn't come yet, so we are going to investigate why that is. Okay, looks like Ali's nephew has gotten himself in the crossfires between a gang war between the Menophites and some other local gang that I forget what their name is. So we've been kind of going back and forth trying to deal with the bandits and the Menophites. Apparently we've dealt with the Menophites, but the villagers are now no longer happy because there's a power vacuum and the bandits have taken over. Given the Menophites are out now, they're not warring each other, but they're taking it out on the villagers. In the end, we never got to find Ali M's nephew. However, the mayor told us Ali M's nephew had left for another city, and he's thriving in that city. He just was causing a big ruckus in the original, like in Polnivich, so the mayor had to smuggle him out, but he's doing good. So now we're going to tell him he's quite a salesman, perhaps too good. He was roughly under him. So we're done this. Now we'll do another quest for thieving. I'll come back to Heart of Darkness. I'll do Iclarin's little helper now, because it's in the desert. How do I not have any willow logs? God damn. Okay, so we met a wanderer in the desert who has hypnotized us into doing some tomb raiding, and we've actually got the remains of somebody important in the tomb who was like a guardian of a deity, and that is not good, so we are now retracing our steps to put that deity, or the remains of the guardian of the deity back. So because we stole the jar, we have to now reconsecrate the jar, and there's a ceremony, so we will need to basically prepare for that ceremony. So while we were possessed, we also came in this room and we placed an unholy symbol in one of the sarcophagus, and that allowed the devourer to come in and disrupt the ceremony, but we've taken care of them now. Taken care of the minion of the devourer, so. Cool, so Iclarin is, or the devourer is Iclarin's sister. Okay, cool. Alright, I am too sleepy, so unfortunately I'll have to skip dialogue on this guy. I cannot, like, pay attention at this point. This quest is kind of sick, though. So we're actually looking for a way between Menaphos and Sophanim. Probably butchered the pronunciations there, but we're looking for a connection between the two cities via underground tunnels. We have seemed to found one, and now the Mesa was on the other side. There was another guy named Khalif who was dead. He was supposed to relieve her because she was doing some scouting in that city. However, he died, and now she's kind of stuck there, so we're going to try to help her. So we mentioned this to Osman, and he kind of came and tried to help her. However, he got ganged by the Scarab boss. We saved him, and now I think all is well. So there's still the issue of no passage between Sophanim and Menaphos, but apparently there's a way to get out of Menaphos. So there's some citizens of Sophanim that are trapped in Menaphos. That's who Mesa is trying to help escape, and she's discovered a way for them to escape. So I think that's what she's gonna do, help those guys escape. But yeah, this is a bit of a loose end. The Menaphos storyline. Oh, interesting. So the trapped citizens in Sophanim disguised themselves as dead and basically got snuck out of Menaphos. So Menaphos often exports out their dead to Sophanim. Sophanim is also known as the City of the Dead. So they kind of disguised themselves as dead and got smuggled out that way. Interesting. Okay. So now we have 49 thieving. Definitely not enough for 53, obviously. There is one more quest to do, though. And I think we'll get 50 that way. Alright, actually I cannot play today, so I'm going to wind down at Crabs, chill out, get some AFK experience in. think I will end with a farm run and then we'll head back to crabs. Oh, and a spur up. Okay, actually, I'll do a spur right now. No bucket still. Unfortunate. Alright, I'm gonna head off to crabs and yeah, we'll log back in tomorrow at the guild. Oh, welcome back. We have ran out of Dixite Penance, so we're gonna quickly build some Dixite Penance, do a quick birdhouse run, and then we'll get a move on with Heart of Darkness. So do that real quick. We've wrapped up with a birdhouse run, so now we're gonna go into Heart of Darkness. So in the last episode of this kind of quest line, there was a Varlamorian emissary visit to Varrock. The Tiamat went over to Varrock and for diplomatic relations. However, he was attacked in Varrock. They quote unquote found the culprit, except they didn't really find the culprit. They had him framed. It was treachery from within the organization. There is a group of people belonging to the Twilight Emissaries, and within so this guy Prince, the Prince is there are some people close to the Prince who are actually part of the Twilight Emissaries, and they've kind of betrayed his Tiamat, and then Tiamat is kind of the ruler of Marlamore, or like the ruler of that city maybe, but it's an important figure. And the way the Tiamat is selected, there's a kind of a almost religious process to it. That process wasn't really followed when the current Tiamat was chosen, so the Twilight Emissaries are kind of pissed at that. So just a little bit of a recap there. So actually now we're going to disguise ourselves as the Twilight Emissaries to infiltrate them and get some more information about their cause and whatnot, I guess. So the prince's mom isn't a big fan of him being undercover. She warned against that, but now he's like, you know what, I still want to do it. So he disguises himself and he's basically smuggled himself out and he's going to be um, joining us in our infiltration mission. So, okay, so there's the Tower of Ascension here. We are entered as new recruits to go through some trials, so we're going to do that now. Sweet, so we are now part of the emissaries. We're going to get an outfit, and then we're going to meet I think the Augur. The Augur? The Augur is apparently a leader of the emissaries. So the Twilight Emissaries are a religious group who have come across this temple, and they're asking us to kind of explore the area. We've agreed to that because we're undercover and we want to, pretend we're part of the group. So we're going to be doing their quote-unquote evil bidding for them, I guess. Uh-oh. I do not want to fight this person right now. I need to hop worlds and go into a PvP world because I don't have enough prayer, man. Please tell me it's not going to boot me out of the temple. Of course. We really need to get our prayer up, man. That's actually a concern. I gotta, seriously get the prayer up. Gotta figure out a way to, get some prayer training in. Okay, my client just crashed, and now I'm scared because I was in a PvP world. So, thank fuck, dude. Oh god. That was scary, man. Honestly, that was scary. RuneLight has, a memory leak issue. There's some sort of bug where I was looking at the logs for the client, and it's out of memory. It's like OOM error. Another thing to note is the twins that they pretend they're Ranos and Ranal in mortal form, they're actually Ennius and Furia. So Ennius and Furia were actually a part of this group right here. So those guys were the betrayers. Those guys were the ones wanting to kill the Tiekin. Hey, we're done. Let's go. Unfortunately, we have lost Prince Itzia. We'll see what happens in the next episode. And yeah, so when we saw the Nagoa, there's these creatures in the temple that we were exploring that are not very fond of us exploring. So they kind of, yeah, Amoxiatl, I think, attacked us, and the emissaries took the prince. So anyway, okay, so now we have 50 thieving. We can do wealthy citizens. I need to research how to do that. I have no idea. So we'll do that in a second. Yeah, so let's just do that. By the way, the rogue's outfit is definitely a to-do. I will go for that eventually. I just don't want to go for it right now. I just want to quickly get 53 thieving and get a start on DT. So, but that is something on my mind though. Apparently this is like 95k XP an hour, so it's really good. Damn. Hey, 53 thieving. Let's go. Okay, so we're done. Now let's start with DT. Actually, let's take a look at the goals. 53 thieving is done. Let's do desert treasure now. It's gonna be massive. Oh, right, okay. So let's do tourist trap. Okay, so there's Irene, who is right outside the Shanty Pass. She is crying. Her daughter is missing, so we are going to desert to find her. Oh, oh my god, I teleported with my ring. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. Actually, I'll do the mall event. I like that. Cool, we found Anna, who is the daughter. Oh no! Oh boy! I chose a dialogue option that, like, oh god. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is. Oh my god. And it said, like, it needs to be in one go. There's no way we can do this. Oh, I fucked up. Jesus. Wonder how long it takes to mine them. Oh my god, that is so funny, actually. Um, yeah, we're gonna have to teleport out. That's not worth. Developers do this cool little, like, trick when they have to load between um, chunks. So they create another instance of the map and kind of overlay that in. Hey, we should be done. So we've smuggled Anna out, and now we can begin work on Temple of Ikov, but I have to get going, so do that next time. Agility, no. Smithing, nah. Thieving. Thieving has been okay, given we found that new method. Let's just do fletching. Cool. Well, let's do fletching again. Alright, perfect. Now we don't have to train fletching for the next week. Okay. Alright, so let me just take a quick look at the skills. 44, yeah, that's the lowest. Nice. I am okay with that. Okay, so next up we'll do Temple of Ikov. However, I can't right now, so yeah, catch you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, welcome back. Okay, so we were on our way to doing Temple of Ikov. Let's do that real quick. Alright, so we've met a person named Lucian. He has asked us to grab him the Staff of Armadale. He's mentioned the staff is in a temple near, like, Camelot. Oh, another thing Lucian mentioned was we need to kill some sort of beast here, and that beast is only killable through ice arrows, with ice arrows, so we need to grab some ice arrows now. Alright, so we found the Staff of Armadale, and we have a choice to make. We either take it or we talk to them. So let's talk to them first, see. I'm kind of curious what they'll say. Oh, you started attacking me, okay. I guess I shouldn't have had the pendant with me, or pendant on. Did I even have the pendant on? Oh, I do. Cool. Oh, sweet. 8,000 fletching XP. That's great. Alright, let's go, baby. Now we don't have to train. Actually, yeah, never mind. We already didn't need to train fletching. And actually, now I think we'll maybe last even an extra week. So, nice. Nice. Okay, so now, we can do desert treasure, right? I think so. All that's done. Bone, silver bar. Desert treasure was a quest that really interested me as a kid. It was like, it was very difficult as a kid, but it was just so cool. Like, I loved that quest. It was just super unique, super cool, super challenging, super, like, all the characters, everything was just so good. So I'm definitely going to be paying attention to the lore and like refreshing my mind on that. So Asgarnia Smith was actually referenced in an earlier quest where we were doing some rune crafting things with this mage in the desert, and she's actually trapped in the rift now. I forget her name. Crap, yeah, I forget her name, but she referenced him. So this guy actually found something as well, near another temple. And yeah, so this guy is like a famous archaeologist or... Okay, so he's given us an ancient tablet that he's found. He needs help deciphering the markings on it, and um, he's also mentioned who can decipher that. So we're going to go to the dig site. That's what he said, to go to the dig site and talk to Terry Bloom. Okay, so he's given us a rough translation book for the etchings, and let's take a look at what it says. So this book is talking about an ancient people that were roaming the desert, and eventually they came across a place where they concealed great power. So it's talking about, I guess, the temple or the pyramid that contains the ancient magic's altar. And it also talked about the diamonds, and they used the diamonds to conceal that power. All right, so we gave the translation to Escarnia Smith. He's like, oh, cool. So do you want to help me find some treasure buried in the desert? We're like, all right, sure, as long as we get a 50% share. So Escarnia Smith has agreed to that. Now we're going to help him track the treasure. All right, through mingling with the people in the desert, we kind of encountered some rumors and whispers of these diamonds called Diamonds of Asandra. These diamonds were actually stolen by Zamarakian warriors, and now we're going to be helping Iblis locate them. So these diamonds are actually part of the Majorat people, and he's asked us to bring him some ingredients so that he can construct a scrying glass, and now he has done so. So now we're going to look through the scrying glass, which will tell us um, where the location of the items are, or where the location of the diamonds are. So historically, I've always used magic against them, but this time around, I think I'm just going to power through them with melee. Hopefully, I don't set myself up for failure that way. But here we're going to hop on over to PvP world. Oh, so back to the quest. We encountered a merchant at the bottom of the waterfall, and we've asked him about the Shadow Diamond of Azandra. He's mentioned he will be able to help us as long as we help him bring back a family heirloom, I believe. So we're going to be doing that and helping him out. This is just his first swarm, right? There's 3, I think? Or am I thinking of the fragment guy? Thank God. Let's go. Let's pick that shit up and get the fuck out of here, bro. Alright, we're going to go to Canathus now. Alright, so upon entering Canathus in search of the Blood Diamond, we met with Malik, and Malik is looking to have the current owner of the Blood Diamond, which is Desus, killed. He's asked for our help. We've made an arrangement. We're like, okay, we'll kill him as long as we get the Blood Diamond. He's like, sure. He's also given us some help on how to defeat, whatchamacallit, how to defeat Desus. So we need to make like a ceremonial pot with blood and garlic spices, and also we need to bless it. So that way we will weaken Desus in our fight with him. The interesting thing to note here is actually when we fight Desus, we're fighting a very weak version of him. So I wonder if you were to ever fight Desus at full power, he would just probably wreck you, and he would probably be the strongest of the 4 warriors. So that's really cool. And actually, another thing that Malik mentioned was you can technically fight him without weakening him. So he's like, actually, if you want to go fight him right now, you can, but you're going to be no match for him. So I wonder what would happen if somebody was to fight Desus with, like, just go show up there without that pot. Yeah, I'll probably like wiki or Google that just because I'm interested in seeing that. Okay, so Malik also told us about going down to the source of Draenor to encounter Ratan, and he would make us a ceremonial pot, and he did. So that's good. He used to be an assistant of the Count of Draenor, like the vampire in Draenor Manor. I think so. I think that's what he said. Might be wrong there. Oh shit. Okay, we need to take this to Entrana. Okay, this guy's really easy. Okay, so he kind of tricked us. Apparently he was the one who had the diamond. He just wanted Desus dead, so. Okay. So we encountered this troll child whose parents are frozen by Camille. They're frozen because they supposedly took his ice diamond, but they didn't mean to take it. They just happened to encounter it, and they would have given back to him, but before they could even give it back, they got frozen. Troll child is sad and asked us to rescue his parents, so we're like, okay, sure, as long as we get the diamond. Okay, this is probably not enough restores, but we're going to try it out, because I do not want to come back here. This guy was definitely the second toughest. Demise was 100% the toughest, because his prayer drain is just insane. But then this guy was the second toughest. Desus and Farid, they were both like almost the same. There wasn't anything to Desus. He would just guarantee hit a 10 every time at you. Farid was just like, you just protect from melee and then, yeah. So in summary, the high-level lore to this was there was an archaeologist, Asgarnia Smith. He happened to encounter an ancient tablet. The ancient tablet outlined a treasure in the desert guarded by 4 diamonds. These diamonds were stolen by warriors of Zamorak. Those were Desus, Camille, Farid, and Demise. We killed those warriors of Zamorak to get the diamonds back, and now we've placed them around this ancient pyramid. And yeah, that should help us grab the ancient treasure for ourselves in a way. Particularly, there was a guy named Azandra who guarded the power in this temple through the use of those 4. Like he used the 4 diamonds to seal the power away. So a little bit about the backstory of this temple. The temple is of Majorat origin. Majorat are a people who worship Zamorak, or rather Zaros, and Zaros was like the original bad guy, evil dude. He was the OG basically, and Zamorak is kind of like a poser. Alright, so at the end we encountered Azandra, who is the Majorat of the pyramid. He thinks he's very out of date with the world basically, and he thinks his Lord Zaros still lives. Apparently not. He referenced a bunch of old cities that no longer exist either, and we're like, yo, bro, yeah, this is the future. So now he's like, oh, okay, all right, maybe we'll meet again, and that's pretty much it. And this town, at least, seems to be, or this guy at least, seems to be a fan of Majorat and Azandra, and possibly Zaros as well. I should buy this at some point, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so now we'll need to do Recipe for Disaster, but I'll come back later. We'll pick it up later. Okay, take care, bye. Alright, we're back. We're going to do RFD soon. However, I'm just going to start off with a quick little farm run. Oh shit, we were given an important letter. I think this is for the Defender of Varrock or something, right? So just now we received a message by a mysterious messenger, and the message contained information about an ice dungeon, and there being 4 armies in the ice dungeon locked in perpetual battle. That sounds like the God Wars dungeon. So it might be the start of Secrets of the North quest, but we don't have to do that anytime soon. Alright, we've just finished up with the farm run, and now we're going to go ahead and get started with this subquest. Nice. Okay, I think this is enough. This should be enough boost. Okay. Alright, so right now I'm too busy to play, so we'll pick it up next time. Alright, take care, bye. Welcome back. We are going to get a start on Monkey Madness, so let's do that. Or I mean the RFD Monkey Quest. Alright, so we spoke with King Auge about his dish, and he didn't want to tell the dish to us, but the 3 sages, I guess they're sages, I don't know, 3 wise monkeys in the temple were able to disclose that information, like what the favorite dish for the King Auge is. And now we're tasked with finding some ingredients. Perfect. Now we can get into the boss rush phase of the quest. Wait, what? Really? Items won't be lost? Just reading the walkthrough, it says unprotected items will be in the grave. So I think there's some legacy element in the quest where the dialogue is out of date, saying that, oh, everything will be lost, but that's not the case. Hey. Nice, let's go. Wait, what? Hang on a sec. Oh, above 50. So we gotta bank this guy for sure. Can't really play right now, but I do have a little bit of time, so I'm trying to think what I can do in the meantime. Oh, I know what I can do. I'll do a little bit of zombie pirates, because right now it's pretty late, and we'll see how many people come in. Alright, that guy's getting smashed. So we gotta get out of there. Alright, I'm gonna call it quits for today. For zombie pirates at least. Good little haul. And now we're just gonna chill out at Crabs. Alright, so I'm just gonna head down to Crabs, wind down there. Next clip will probably be me at the Farm Guild doing either a Spory or just doing a Farm Guild run. Alright, catch you guys later. Take care. Hello, welcome. Spory is up, so we're gonna do that real quick. Unfortunate. Okay, so another thing I've realized is we are actually gonna upkeep staff runs. I think we still should be upkeeping staffs. Like, staffs are very fast GP per hour as well. So, yeah, I'm going to be upkeeping staffs. Unfortunate, and I might even actually have to push for Varrock hard. So, kind of a small update there. And yeah, so I don't have a lot of time, so we'll come back on later. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Oh, welcome back. We've just finished up with a farm run, seaweed run situation. This morning when I logged in, my HP is still low from the Hespori, then I just did a farm run again. And now we're going to do Royal Titan. Actually, yeah, I also bought some staffs, by the way. I was mentioning in the morning how we'll have to start up staffs again. Yeah, that is annoying, but something that needs to be done. Anyway, let's go on and try Royal Titans. I'm interested in seeing how that works. All right, it's my duo. This is not going well. Nice, okay, let's go. Whew, that was close. Wow, one Renar seed? The kills weren't that smooth, however, like if we can deal with the elementals, we won't take so much damage. The elementals is what screw us up. And then I've actually went into my main and given him some, because we're all a group, I've given him some better gear. So yeah, I think it'll be smoother next time around. I like this RC drop, but wasn't like overall it wasn't that great. If it keeps up at this pace, it's gonna take a while to get everything, but I am hopeful it's definitely gonna improve. I'm wondering if I want to do Black Demons or do I want to go and do sandstone mining or like star mining. Let's do Black Demons. I'm interested in seeing how the PvP worlds are. Alright, awesome. Let's do a little bit of Black Demons. Get some Slayer up. I don't have a whole lot of like time right now to play actively, so I'm just gonna do that. Oh, nice. The reason why we want to do Slayer is because of Desert Hard. We want Desert Hard so that we can make prayers more, like make potions more effectively. Like we could use that guy in the desert to decant and brush our ingredients and make like unfinished potions. Huge value. So definitely want to do this. Alright, I'm just gonna chill out here, and if I context switch to doing star mining, I might then put the camera on again, or like put the recording on again. Alright, catch you later. Take care. Bye. Alright, welcome back. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of here, and we're instead gonna go to Stardust mining. So, okay, so let's go on over. Oh my god, I missed that. God damn it. Maybe I can get it. Maybe I can get it. It's kind of risky, but oh shit. Don't have the teleport now. Oh yeah, we got a lot of time. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do some Stardust mining. Again, we're doing this because we want to grab 10 dragon stones for our house, so. Alright, catch you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye. Welcome back. We've just finished up with a birdhouse run, seaweed run, farm run sort of situation. I was doing some star mining in the previous clip. I've realized that, hey, it's pretty early in the day. Maybe I can sneak in some zombie pirates, so we'll go and do that a little bit. Whew, thank God. Fuck me, that was a peak air, dude. Why the hell is he playing at that time? Jesus. Let's take a look at the loot. Nice. Alright, see you guys later. Take care, bye. Hello, welcome. Hesperi's up, so let's do that real quick. Wow, that was terrible. Jesus Christ, that's so bad. Oh my god, 4 cactus seeds. Kidding me. Okay, so let's go on over to Royal Titans. And hopefully it'll be smoother this time. I kind of coached my duo on what to do. Oh shit. This is going so bad. I don't know why. Man, that was smooth, that was smooth. That was good, that was smooth. That was really smooth. That was really, really smooth. Damn. And I love that drop. That's a sick drop, bro. I love it. This is going really, really smooth now. This is going really smooth. Damn. Damn, he got the crown, dude. If only I got the crown. Oh my god, if only I got the crown, dude. I need to get rune crossbow, but then I have no ammo. I need to get broad bolts, but I don't have the slayer level for it. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh my god, what is desiccated pages? Oh my god, this outfit is so gimped. Like, look at this, man. This is so funny. What are these drops, man? Let's get some actual drops, dude. Oh, I didn't realize my range was so short. That was so lame. Oh my god, man. Dude, like, I'm doing decent damage, man. It's like, I'm not getting carried, you know what I mean? Like, I'm putting in work. I should be getting some serious drops. What? Rune? Oh my god. I'm surprised I didn't get a single giant, like, soul amulet. It's so annoying teleporting there, but I'm surprised, like, I put on a decent amount of kills. Let's take a look at how many kills we got. Royal Titans, 28. It's a decent amount. We're basically, and this stuff is really inching us towards Sot, Song of the Elves. Like, we're all about Sot. The reason why we do AFK magic is so that we can, like, get Blood Blitz. Yeah, so Blood Blitz, I think maybe we can do Song of the Elves with Blood Blitz. We'll try it out. Anyway, I'm gonna wind down to here, too sleepy. We'll think some more next time. Alright, take care, bye-bye. Well, welcome back. In the last clip I was doing some star mining. I have since done a farm run rotation, and now it's early in the day. I figure I'd sneak some zombie pirates, so let's do that. Oh shit. The biggest annoyance is like having to re-gear. That's the biggest thing, but oh well. Luckily I just had gotten there and I didn't even get any drops. Like I barely got any drops. I don't know if I got any drops actually. Alright, so we're just gonna hang out here, do some shooting stars, and yeah, when I get some more time, we'll knock out some more, like, depending on if I have my duo, grab the Twin Flame Staff. If not, I'll work on some of the other, like, quote-unquote housekeeping-ish items. Alright, catch you guys later. Take care, bye-bye. Hello, welcome back. We finished up with a farm run rotation sort of thing. I was doing some star mining earlier. I'm gonna get a move on something a little bit different now. I would like to unlock Varrock Hard. Varrock Hard is gonna help give some more gold. It'll give us 120 battle staffs a day rather than or no, it's gonna give us 60 battle staffs a day, up from 30. So that's really gonna help. And in order to do that, we got to do a couple quests. So let's just get started on these quests. So we got to do Tale of Two Cats, Haziel, Myarchy, and Making History. We also need 69 Hunter. We'll do a little bit of Hunter Rumors. We do need to make the Quetzal sites anyway, so we need to get Quetzal feed. So that'll be fun, a little bit different. So yeah, we'll work towards Rock Hard. I should really pick these up, but yeah, I barely picked these up. Whoa, that looks so cool, dude. Look at these creatures. They used to like exist in RuneScape. Wow. It'd be cool if they like make a comeback with sailing. Wow, look at this. Scoom. Okay, so we're gonna get started with Tale of Two Cats. Okay, so this guy has lost his cat. His cat is apparently Bob the Cat, so guess we gotta keep on hopping till we find him. Yeah, it's not going well, boys. I think we're gonna have to call it quits. Yeah, it's not going well. I think I'm gonna get going. Alright, we're back and trying to find the cat, but I don't know. I'm actually gonna like try to use the amulet and do it the right way, I guess. Oh, I got it. Sweet. I literally did it the right way. So, looks like Bob has fallen for another cat. Or like fallen for a cat. Her name is Neat. And now we're trying to like play matchmaker, hook them up. Neat is kind of shallow. So funny. So you're telling me Bob used to rake his patch? That's funny shit.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Stupid Siri. Oh my god, we have to wait for the potatoes. Okay, let's do another quest that time. So the summary was we helped him regain his memory for Bob, and then he used that memory to impress Neat, and he was a shallow cat. Okay, so this guy right here, this girl, he's mentioned his family armor has been stolen by some cultists, and he's like, I've seen these cultists hanging around here, near the clock tower, so could you go and investigate? I'm like, okay. Okay, interesting. Haziel fought alongside Zamorak, but I thought Majorats didn't really like Zamorak because they're like they thought of Zamorak as like a false god for overthrowing Zaros. So Haziel used to rule over Ardougne, and he's a powerful Majorat. However, the Carnelians overthrew him and took over his house, and Haziel's followers are kind of like waiting for his return, and this guy being one of them. So they're kind of fucking with the Carnelians, I guess. I'll side with Haziel. But yeah, I thought Majorat people didn't like Zamorak. I wonder if that's like a lore inconsistency. Kind of unfortunate we're gonna have to kill this guy. He's like a descendant of people. Like he's descendant of the people who overthrew Haziel, but he's not necessarily, you know, the person who overthrew Haziel. So it's kind of a shame that we're gonna kill him, but it is what it is. Oh no, killed Scruffy. There's like a dog here. We accidentally killed a dog. That's kind of a shame. I feel like the Gowers, the Andrew and Paul and Ian, the Gower brothers who made the game, I think they're cat fans. It's definitely like, yeah, I don't think they're dog people. Alright, so, given the Carnelians have taken over that house that belonged to Haziel, Haziel has left a powerful scroll of restoration in that house, and we're trying to locate that now, so. Carnelian Butler is also a Haziel follower, so he'll like help us locate the key, or locate the scroll of restoration. Okay, we're gonna summon Haziel now. Alright, okay, so let's just do a farm run, because I don't think the potatoes are done yet, so. Unfortunate. Still no bucket. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Bertho, finish up the chores. Hopefully I don't need to bring my cat. Cool. Oh wow, 2 XP lamps, nice. Neat. Herblore. Herblore. 50 Herblore, let's go. Okay, cool. And now we will do Bone Lord. Alright, so we met this ghost. He is a devout follower of Saradomin. He is also unique in that you need a ring of visibility to see him. Typically, with ghosts, you don't really need the ring of visibility. But anyway, so this guy, during his lifetime, he was a devout follower of Saradomin. He uncovered a temple, and in that temple he found, I believe he said, the staff of Armadil? But, like, we already discovered the staff. I guess maybe that's what we're gonna find out at the end. Anyway, he discovered an Armadil artifact, and he's like, okay, great, I'm gonna take this to my Lord Saradomin, and he'll be pleased with me. On his way to Antrana, he got ambushed by a guy named Renard, and yeah, so now we're trying to hunt Renard, so we're gonna go and talk to him. Okay, so after stealing the staff, he wanted to sell it, and he encountered a Majorat warrior or Majorat person, and he gave the staff to that guy. Surprised they put this NPC here. Such a huge PvP hotspot. Did not catch any glimpse of the conversation. Okay, so the guy in the Chaos Temple that Renard, the thief, refers to was actually his, like, buddy. And his name was Kareem. Kareem actually arranged a buyer for Renard. And that buyer was actually Zamorak. And he used the Staff of Armadil to eventually overthrow Zaros. Okay, so Zaros is apparently the most powerful god next to Guthix. I think Guthix is stronger, but anyway. Stronger than Saradomin was, yeah. So the person we talked to in Entrana, Lanissa, was a devout Saradomin follower. She knew something was going to go down with the Staff of Armadil, it being stolen and whatnot. And she knew that if Zaros gets his hands on the Staff of Armadil, it would be a big problem. She wanted to warn Saradomin that Zaros was planning on stealing the Staff of Armadil. She entrusted that information to Dalak, who was supposed to tell Saradomin. However, Dalak didn't. So this guy is Dalak. Okay, so Dalak, he is like, okay, the reason why I didn't tell Saradomin was because I wanted to possibly have that staff get stolen by Zamorak so he could overthrow Zaros. So it was kind of on purpose, but he kind of regrets that decision. Yeah, so initially what happened was the guy we met first discovered a temple, he found the Staff of Armadil, he was going to take it to Saradomin, he got robbed. The person who robbed him, Renard, wanted to arrange a buyer for the staff. He spoke with Kareem. Kareem arranged for Zamorak to grab the staff, and I think he eventually made that transaction. And then what happened was Lanissa found out about this transaction, told Dalak. Dalak allowed the transaction to happen in order for Zamorak to overthrow Zaros, because he would rather that than, like, I don't know why Dalak didn't just let the staff, like, didn't tell Saradomin, but for whatever reason at that time, he's like, okay, it'll even out the balance of power, however, like, Zamorak grew in power to oppose Saradomin, so, yeah. Okay, so, Zaros had this very powerful honor guard, made up of Vigora, Asandra, Zamorak. Part of that honor guard wanted to overthrow Zaros, part of it didn't, like Asandra. And, interesting, so Zeal also wanted to overthrow Zamorak. So there was part of the Majorat who does... So I was confused, when I was doing the Haziel quest, I was confused, I'm like, wait, I thought Majorat people didn't like Zamorak, but there are part of the, like, Majorat people who are followers of Zamorak, who were like the rebels. Like, there's a group of rebels in the Majorettes, and then there's a group of loyalists, like Azandra. Okay, I'm getting this. Interesting, so he was possibly even as strong as Guthix. But this guy is an, I guess you could say, biased narrator, because he was once a follower of Zeros. Even though he was a rebel, but... So Vigora detailed how Zamorak overthrew Zaros. And essentially, Zaros cursed everybody who helped, like, who aided in his being overthrown. So people like Vigora, Kareem, all those people. And then we're like, well, why didn't Haziel get, cursed? And the reason for that is because possibly the people who got cursed were weaker, like they were humans. So I think only humans got cursed. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Varrock and claim our kudos, and I think we're gonna have enough. How do we get the last 3? Do we have to do another quest? Oh, making history. Right. We didn't do that one. Okay. That one is like really fast, I think. Right? But I don't have time right now, so we will do that after, then we'll get all the appropriate, we'll get the kudos, and we'll work on the other stuff for Varrock card. Okay, anyway, we'll log on later. Take care, bye-bye. Actually, looks like I have a bit of extra time, so let's sneak in making history. Yeah, I gotta get going. Take care, bye-bye. Alright, got a bit of spare time, so let's do this quest some more. What's happening with Jor-El? There's an outpost slash historically significant building. He wants to protect it. The King Lathis of Ardougne wants to destroy it for an alchemist workshop. When I was a kid, I used to think distance from Castle Wars to Yanil was much longer. For some reason, I used to think going from here to Yanil was a long trek. Maybe it was the ogres that would scare me, but I was like, oh my god, I have to go to Yanil. And yeah, it would depress me. But it's really quite short, it's not that far. Okay, so in summary, there were 2 friends. One of them kind of went astray and began following Zamorak. That friend was stationed over there in the outpost. The other friend remained in Ardougne, and he was a follower of Saradomin. Eventually, this friend, the outpost friend, he actually wasn't always a follower of Zamorak, but he was prone to evil behavior, I guess. So he got persuaded by somebody he met, and essentially began terrorizing the town. But then the friend that was in the town had a battle with the friend in the outpost, but they were lifelong friends, so who eventually began to see the error in their ways, or the guy, the Zamorak guy at least. They both kind of made up, and now they follow, not now, but they began to follow Guthix, and one of the people began, he's actually the ancestor of King Lathis, so obviously now King Lathis won't want to destroy that outpost. Alright, we'll continue later. Take care, bye-bye. Welcome back. I think we were about to turn in our kudos, right? So let's go do that. I was explaining the story to this guy, and he just cut me off. He's like, oh, cool, here's a map. Literally, that's what happened there, in that story at least. That was funny. Okay, I'm gonna do a farm run, and then we'll get started with, I think we'll do Hunter's Rumors. The reason why I'm doing this kind of hunter training rather than, straight up hunter training is because I like to build up all the Quetzal sites, so they're gonna come in handy. Alright, I'll be right back. Let's get pray. Hello, welcome back. We are still doing some Hunter's Rumors. It's not interesting, so I'm not going to be recording that. There is one thing I want to mention. I managed to snag the name Palestine. This was something that I was meaning to do. I'm also writing a GitHub guide, so I'm referred to as Palestine over there. It's obviously pronounced the same, but this I think looks closer to the original Palestine word. And of course, yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. Before it was with Y, now it's with the NE. Alright, catch you soon. Bye-bye. Alright, so we're done with Hunter. We'll get the rest through, birdhouses. So, yeah. I think we'll get a start on Varrock card now, so let's do that. That's kind of a lame message. I like this message way more. You feel a strange wisdom fill your mind. But then this one is just, oh, lunar spell's activated, lunar spell's deactivated. It's just lame. Wish they did something more creative there. I remember my friend way back in the day. He used to like killing these because they were like aggressive. So he would like chill out. There was like another Stronghold of Security. I feel like they made a Stronghold of Security Part 2. I'm sure it's probably an old school RuneScape too. But there were like a bunch of flesh crawlers over there that he would like to kill. Ooh, scroll box medium. Let's hope for a freaking ranger boots, boys. Oh my god, that'd be a dream. Spot tier cave is like actually really nice. Like the 5 minus is really good. I think I'm gonna be using this a lot. Once I get like a fairy ring in my house, this is probably the go-to. Actually no, you need the Ardone Telly for the herb run, so no. But I used to love this cape when I was as a kid. I love this cape because like with the boots of lightness and stuff to like lower your weight. It was, yeah, I would always have this on. Anyway, I think, oh, 52 prayer, I forgot about that. I was researching a little bit on blessed bone shards and shit. So let me like, I do not want to get the shard. I don't want to get the freaking sunfire splinters yet. I wonder if I can get sunfire splinters from doing like Colosseum Wave 1. Wait. Maybe I could do that. Let me just try though. I will get fucked though, but. Okay, that's good. That was not bad. Can I kill this guy though? Okay, I can. Sweet. Let's claim. Hey, okay. Okay, they're all blessed. Cool. And now what do I do? Just gonna follow this person. Okay. This is sick, man. Holy. So it's using 100 each. And apparently you can just click on it. Given I have not that much, I'll just click on it for now. Oh, then I gotta recharge my prayer. Okay. Oh shit, okay. Guess I could bring a prayer potion, but... Okay. Shout out to that guy, explaining it. Nice, let's go. That was fun, man. Man, I wish wish I had more of this shit. Nice. Makes me want to do 100, but not really. Okay, and then what we'll do... Alright, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back, and we'll burn the rest of the bones at the wilderness altar. See where we're at, and then yeah, we'll push for 52 prayer. Alright, catch you later. Bye-bye. Alright, we're back. We're gonna burn the bones at the wilderness altar. Chaos altar. Oh, I can't bank them? That sucks. I'll have to probably just drop these. It sucks. Definitely gonna bring the Dwarven cake though next time. Actually, I can even use unsold, like these things. Perfect. Let's go back here like this. So that's rock, yeah, rock hard done. Amazing. And I think, trying to think what I value more. Okay, so what we gotta do is we gotta figure out this list. I think I'm gonna do this instead. Yeah, let's do that instead. Okay, yeah, so just gonna get some Slayer training in. Again, we're doing Slayer training because we want to get Desert Heart. Desert Heart is gonna unlock Herblore. So, yeah. Nothing interesting happening, so I'm just gonna cut the recording here. Yeah, if anything interesting happens, I'll just start up the recording again. So, see you guys later. Bye bye. Wow, I actually died, which is kind of sad because I was like, I had a decent amount of like herbs and shit. Unfortunate. I'm so surprised I'm so surprised that person killed me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end off the day with some housekeeping items, so I'll just go burn some orbs. I gotta make unpowered orbs, so, and we're gonna have to do a lot more of that given we're hitting 60 battle staffs a day soon, so I gotta like catch up on that, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the recording here. I'm very salty about that death. It was, yeah. I'll end the day here. Likely the next clip will be of me fighting Hispori. Well, welcome back. We were just about to start on some zombie pirates. I've finished up with the daily housekeeping activities like the rotation, farm runs, that sort of thing. But yeah, so let's just do some zombie pirates. It's nice loot. I thought it would tell you the bag value, the total value. I guess it tells you here. It's a decent amount of alcohols, to be honest. That was like 12 minutes? Yeah, 12 minutes. Let's say 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 200k. That's 800k? No, no. Yeah, 800k an hour. Wow. But of course, that's not alcohols, though. So I think we calculated like 500k an hour, 600k an hour. Fairly early in the day, so let's do one more run. 20 minutes made 500k. But I think I got lucky, so. Alright, so I would say this is like 600k an hour in alcohols. So I got 150k in 10 minutes, basically. So, and I think the plugin is working too now with the alcohol value, so. Alright, nice little trip. Put this on Herbler, of course. Alright, catch you guys later. Take care, bye-bye. Hello, welcome to Sporty's Up, so we're gonna go kill that. Well, that's depressing. Alright, let's do ourselves a farm run. Oh my god, I'm out of salmons. Jesus Christ, man, I'm out of food. Oh my god. Like, who would have thought? I would like literally run out of food. Oh, what the hell? Oh my god. I can use this. Oh, nice. Hey, man. So good. Oh. Luckily, now I got like a decent teleport to the place, so that's good. But these kills have been like, I don't know. The drops, I mean, there's been so shit, bro. Oh, my duo's gone, so may not be able to continue. I think I'll just sneak in a quick farm run in the meantime. Let's see if he gets on again. There's this one drop log that I saw for Titans. In 20 kills, the guy got everything. It's insane. When you get spooned, like you're playing a different game, basically. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's like you're completely, you can, I don't know how I feel about like the drop system. It's just like, it's just so, it's too random. Like between two players, you know, the luck can vary so widely. Now, you could argue that, oh, because there's so many things to do, it'll even out, but I don't know. Alright, let's pick up the staffs. I'm interested in that big juicy 60 drop. 60 battle staffs, let's go, baby. Oof, yes, sir. We'll see if our duo wants to like do some more Royal Titans, but yeah, I'm gonna cut the recording here. I'm just gonna do some Slayer training, and then we'll see. In the next clip, I might just be in the farm guild, or I might do some more Royal Titans. Catch you later. Bye bye. Holy shit, people must like do like train Slayer or something over there, because immediately I died, which is bizarre, man. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would you be PKing over there? Like, alright, there's no way anybody's coming here, so. I'm chill out here. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Hello, welcome back. We were doing some Black Demons earlier, And now I'm in the middle of a farm run, seaweed run sort of situation, except I've run out of mushroom spores. Don't know if I have any in my seed vault. I imagine probably I do, but in case I don't, I'm just gonna out these guys here. Then we'll get a move on and then do like a farm run. All right, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. I realized that I have a lot of content and I basically never even got a chance to edit that content because I haven't really been doing any heavy AFK activities. So I'm going to end the episode here. Let's do a recap. There was a lot done this episode, and I'm trying to even remember what we even did. We did RFD, we did Fremi Isles, we did like Varrock Hard. Varrock Hard is going to upkeep our money going. We've been doing some Slayer. We've been doing some Royal Titans. What we're really about right now is we're trying to unlock AFK magic. That's my biggest goal. I want to be able to train my magic in an AFK way. I cannot do that right now. So that's the thing we're trying to go for. Okay. Let's take a look at the stats, by the way. Got this 97. I don't think I trained it that much since the opening of the episode. Um, this is coming along really nicely. The farming, like we're close to 85. Yeah, it's getting there. Slayer's coming up. Rune crafting, like this is higher than rune crafting, which is good. So our tier 56 are gonna go there. Everything, and I think we may have done DT this episode too. So we did like a bunch of stuff this episode, and the mid game is super chaotic. Yeah, we did some quests. Yeah, like we did the Corinne quests. It was crazy. Still a lot to do. Okay, so again, we're going for Desert Heart. The reason why we're going for Desert Heart is because it's going to allow us to do Herblore. Herblore is going to be a roadblocker to Soat. So we can't do Herblore before Desert Heart. Twin Flame Staff, roadblocker to Melee. Those are the two big things. These are the two big things on my plate. Everything else we can do later. Okay, I'm gonna wrap the episode here. Got a lot done. I'm immediately gonna start the opening of the next episode like right away. You guys won't see it till a while, but we're gonna pick it up right away. I'm gonna end the recording here and start the recording for the next episode. All right, take care. Bye bye.